Good morning, anyone kind enough or bored enough to watch this video. I'm right outside Tokyo, and today we're going to go see what it's like to rent a motorbike in Japan. Firstly, that large structure you can see on my right is the main highway out of Tokyo, which I've jumped off because it's packed. Today is a public holiday, and not only is it a public holiday, it is one of a series of holidays which link up to make what is known in Japan as Golden Week. This year, however, it should be downgraded to bronze because there are only 3 days holiday. Anyway, why would you want to rent a bike in Japan? Well, mainly because it's awesome. If you travel by bike, you can go just about anywhere and see places you'd never see by just using cars or public transport. And there's nothing like being out on the road on a beautiful spring day like this. Right now I'm cruising through this huge area of paddy fields. I'm going to be riding for about 2 hours. I'm heading northeast to the agricultural area of Ibaraki. I've got a friend there who's just got his bike license, so we're going to rent a bike and go for a ride. So I've made it to my friend's house, which is just outside the city of Tsukuba, which is probably most famous for having Japan's space program headquartered there. Sorry, flat earthers, looks like Japan's in on it too. Anyway, we're heading to the bike shop now to pick up the bike. Motorcycle rental has increased in popularity over the last few years in Japan, and a lot of shops offer a rental service. All of these bikes are rentals waiting to be picked up. This guy's obviously getting ready for the ride of his life. This particular shop is part of the Rental 819 network, which have branches all over Japan. I'll provide a link to their website, which has a lot of information in English, all about riding in Japan. Things like what kind of license you'll need, whether your country is part of the Geneva Convention. Of course, a very important topic is insurance. And as a foreign rider, you will have to pay a little bit more for insurance, but it's definitely a must. As for finding a branch of the network, you can see here they have this handy map and they pretty much cover all of Japan. Here we're choosing the section that I'll be riding in today. So they do have branches everywhere, but there are some things you'll need to remember. Not every branch provides service in English. For example, if we look at this branch, you can see they have icons for what services they provide, and this one has only Japanese speakers, so probably not suitable for foreigners. Yeah, this is available for rental. $4 hours for about $150 US. The branch we were using did not provide any services in English, but luckily my friend does have some Japanese skills, or at least he thinks he does, so we were able to bumble through the paperwork. While that was going on, I checked out this shipment of the recently re-released Kawasaki Eliminator. A very nice looking bike, and all of these are already sold. After sorting out the paperwork, it was time to check out the bike and agree on what scratches were already there before you take it out. Paperwork and vehicle check complete, we were ready to do a little practice in the car park before heading out onto the road. We decided to go to a lake not too far from here called Kasumigaura. As you can see, these roads are perfect for bike riding, with nice scenery and hardly any traffic. These are lotus root farms. Lotus root is a very tasty vegetable, but it needs to be grown in a large pool of mud, which makes farming a little bit tough. Just past the lotus root farms, we reach the shore of the lake. Kasumigaura is the second largest lake in Japan, with a shoreline of over 200 kilometers. And luckily for anyone on two wheels, they've built this Mario Kart style track around most of the lake. We had a lot of fun zipping around the lake before pulling into a lakeside cafe for some lunch. So to sum up, Japan is a great country for motorbike riding. Bike rental, even for non-Japanese speakers, has become a lot easier over the last few years. However, if you want the easiest way to get on two wheels in Japan, do a search for Guided Motorcycle Tours Japan. You'll find about 6 companies. They provide everything you need, and they'll take you on some of the best roads to tour on in Japan. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section. And if you got something out of this video, I'll be doing a few more motorcycle trips over the next few months, so please consider subscribing.